Adventure, an unusual and exciting, typically hazardous experience or activity. This is Fish Creek and Hapaha Flats in Anza-Borrego, an epic adventure.
Well, we made it to end of Fish Creek. Another day down, and what a beautiful drive. Ran into some friends, said hi. They're out here doing what they do. But man, talk about it. Like, look at that sunset. Boy, epic. Looking forward to a hot shower, so let's get going.
With a long day anticipated, Todd and I headed up the trail the night before to find a great place to camp near Fish Creek and Hapaha Flats. Waking up to a beautiful sunrise in the low desert is something special. Also, knowing that we're sleeping on the same grounds of the Native Americans that once lived here, the Kumeyaay were one of the tribes that used this area to forage for food and live. Surrounded by desert willows and agave, it's a really unique experience as you see the occasional ocotillo and interesting artifacts.
I think this is old pictograph right here. The red is different than everything else, and then down in Gold Butte Backcountry Byway there was a lot of pictographs that were more flowing, you know, not like stick figures. So here it almost looks like a ballet dancer or something like that.
As we look off in the beautiful distance, we can't help but notice the materos directly in front of us. The materos were used by the Native Americans to pulverize grains and other things so they can be cooked or consumed.
So as you're coming down Hapaha, make sure you stop at this rock split mountain. Some materos and also some pictographs. You just have to see them around the rock. There might be more on these hillsides. It's sort of hard to tell because, well, it's a lot of hillside. Well, kind of keep going.
As we work our way through the beautiful ocotillo forest, it looks like either we're just before they bloom or right after. It's almost a shame, as I bet it would be beautiful. As we enter Fish Creek, the trail is now opened up to a large wash. We're heading towards a tighter area of mountains, which is causing, well, some interesting scenery to happen. Off one side you get ocotillos, other agave, some areas are just full of choyas.
Part is sort of like mud canyon walls with rocks sticking out and just like waiting for a squeaky break to like let it loose and send them falling. It's really unique. Check this out. It's pretty wild, isn't it? That's a little scary too. I feel like the rocks could fall out and just land on us any second.
As we worked our way down Fish Creek, an unexpected geological change occurred, and that is the hills started out as sandy and light dirt. Over time, they started to get more compact dirt with boulders wedged inside, and now the hills almost seem like they're turning into sandstone. This is a beautiful maze of just scenery and exploration. As we continue to the east, the cliff walls are slowly getting taller and taller. Our next stop is going to be Olla Wash, and then from there, we're going to check out Sandstone Canyon as we continue down the trail. As we got closer to Olla Wash, we noticed that there's a spire just sticking up off in the distance. I've never noticed that before. Very unique for this area.
Did a little quick jaunt up Olla Wash. That's where the mud palisades are at. Really pretty area.
As we approach the mud palisades, it's hard to believe how these things were created. They're 1,000-foot tall mud columns. Sort of looks like something you'd see in Europe at churches. After exiting back to Fish Creek, just a short way down the trail, we're going to get to Sandstone Canyon. As we enter Sandstone Canyon, we're instantly taken by awe. You can see up the trail the cliff walls are 300-400 feet tall and quickly narrowing in. As we work our way up the canyon, the trail just gets more beautiful and beautiful. I can see why most people say this is the best part of the day, and that is exploring Sandstone Canyon. Unfortunately for us, a storm is moving in, so rocks and other debris are falling from the top of the tall cliff walls. It's a little unnerving, so we're going to quickly go up the canyon, check it out, get to the turnaround point, and head back out because, well, this is awesome. After an amazing 45 minutes in Sandstone Canyon, we're back out in Fish Creek. As we look up in the sky, we can see the clouds are starting to become a little more different, and the wind is picked up to probably about 60-70 miles per hour, so we need to work our way out of this trail and on the quick. As we bob and weave down the trail, we take Loop Wash and we're heading towards the exit. There's an unexpected little rock garden, but nothing a two-wheel drive vehicle couldn't do. As we drop down this interesting ledge, sort of makes us think this must be a tectonic area, as this ledge seems to go through the entire park.
Well, that finishes.
There's a lot of people, man.
That finishes Loop Wash, and we're going to be heading out. Next stop, Borrego Springs, but we're first going to go through Split Mountain. You know, this will be our first time of at least 2 times we're going to be taking this trail. There's Todd. Let's get going.
Now that Loop Wash is reconnected back with Fish Creek, we're moving again. And our next stop is the Elephant Knees. And the way the Elephant Knees got their name is that it's this hillside in the background. And if you look at it at the right angle, you could sort of see that it actually looks like elephant knees. That brown line across the middle. Because the weather is getting much worse and quickly, and starting to look like it's going to rain soon, we decided to skip the wind caves and continue down the trail. As we pass through the steps, as I call them, this is a beautiful part of the trail, and this is the beginning of Split Mountain. It is probably my favorite part overall of Fish Creek, as it's just absolutely beautiful. Because of that, we decided to stop, take some photos, and enjoy the moment. As we work our way down the trail, the rock formations are becoming more interesting by the second. This spot is where the San Felipe fault network has now twisted the rocks and made this interesting shape. I imagine this is probably where the fault line runs through the mountain. The Split Mountain Pass was created by the Colorado River, flowing for thousands to millions of years. Because of this, you can actually see different timelines of when major events happened. If you're into geology, this is an amazing place just to understand the history of Southern California deserts. With the sun getting low on the horizon and the winds picking up, the end of the trail in sight, we reflect about all the amazing things we saw in the last 2 days. what an amazing adventure. Something I'm definitely going to go back, tell my friends, my family, and hope to revisit again soon. I hope to see you on the trail. Be safe.